a warning to you people, I guess. We're talking about sexual assault because, of course, Wonder Woman 1984, the movie with the wishing stone? Yeah, okay, we're gonna talk about rape. That's this video. I saw Wonder Woman 1984 a couple of days ago, and it was really weird. And I guess a lot of people have probably been talking about ways in which that movie is really weird. Like, the main plot is that there's a wishing stone, a stone that you touch and it will grant you a wish. That is weird. That's a weird thing to have in a superhero movie. In most superhero movies, there's sort of a reluctance to cross a certain line, right? Like, most superhero movies in some way want to feel like kind of believable. Like, even the ridiculous stuff is sort of, there's a little bit of an ironic tinge to it because they aren't willing to ask the audience to take the ridiculous thing happening totally seriously. It's like they don't have confidence in the story that they're telling. But Wonder Woman 1984 does, and it's totally misplaced, and it's not very good. And there are a lot of ways in which it's weird. I think probably a lot of people have talked about how Wonder Woman's wish to bring Chris Pine back kills a guy. And there's some weird stuff going on there. Why is the movie called Wonder Woman 1984? It doesn't have anything to do with 1984 or even the themes and ideas of 1984. So, I don't know that anything about this movie makes any sense at all. And okay, I guess that's cool. Just be a movie that doesn't make any sense. But there is one specific set of scenes that I think are particularly weird. And in a way that's like subtler, I'm not subtle, but subtler than all of the other weird shit that's going on in this movie, so that it hasn't drawn, I don't think, anybody's attention really. I'm going to be focusing on a specific set of scenes, but it's also important to have some context as to what's going on in the movie leading up to these scenes. And this set of scenes is centered around Kristen Wiig's character in the movie. She plays Cheetah. The opening scene that introduces us to the 1980s, guys, it's in the 80s. There are 80s cars, there are 80s babes, there are 80s kids, and there are even 80s burglars stealing diamonds from a mall. And Wonder Woman shows up to foil the diamond burglars. Wonder Woman beats the people up and throws them on top of a police car. And it's a real cheesy scene, it's kind of goofy. And that might not initially seem very relevant to what we're going to be talking about, but it actually is. Kristen Wiig's character is introduced as like this awkward, clumsy, and sort of nerdy character, and that's her character, and she's nice. That's, I guess, another element of her character. She's nice. She gives an old man some food. A homeless old man, not just a random old man, it's a homeless old man. I guess that's an important detail. She goes out to eat with Diana, and she's like, man, I'm such a loser, and Diana's chowing down on some food, and she's like, sometimes I feel bad too. And Kristen Wiig's like, okay, I don't know, it's just a scene where Kristen Wiig establishes that she has very low self-esteem. But Kristen Wiig is walking home by herself, and she's got like a homeless guy friend that she says hello to. He's like on a bench. She gives him like, I don't know, a pack of curly fries or something, and then she keeps on going on, and then there's a drunk guy, and he's like, "Brr, I'm the drunk rapist," and then she's like, oh, well, that doesn't sound so good for me, and he tries to homeless drunk rape her, and then Wonder Woman saves her by throwing that guy like 20-30 feet away, just tosses him away. In between this scene and the next scene that I want to talk about, Kristen Wiig makes a wish on the wishing stone to be like Diana. Now, of course, all of the wishes You get one thing, it takes something else away. And so, obviously, it gives her like superpowers, but it takes away her kindness. She's now mean. She's a mean girl. Kristen Wiig is running down the street real fast at night because she's the cheetah. And if there's one thing cheetahs do, it's run real fast down the street at night. And then big drunk rapist guy shows up. He's like, slow down, man, you're going fast, like some sort of cheetah or something. And she's like, wait a sec, that gives me an idea. No, that's not what happens. I would have improved the quality of the movie probably. He starts harassing her, and then she's like, hey, don't you remember me? And then he's like, oh, I remember you. Where were we? Oh, that's right, I was about to rape you. And that's like basically what happens. He says, where were we? And then he tries grabbing her again. But of course, she has superpowers now. So she like beats the guy up, and she like kicks him down the street. Like she kicks him 5 feet, she walks up, she kicks him another 5 feet, and she does that like 4 or 5 times. It's kind of funny. And, you know, she kicks him into the other street, and he's just like passed out. And then the homeless guy she was nice to earlier in the movie is like, that was brutal, like some sort of wild animal, like a cheetah or something. And then she's like, bug off, old man. And then she runs real fast away. That might not sound that weird to you in concept, right? Like, that kind of makes sense. You sort of get what they're going for. These two scenes are being contrasted with each other until you think about it like at all. And then it's really fucking weird that this is the way that they chose to show that she's not very nice now. So Kristen Wiig's character is being contrasted with two different people. One is herself earlier on in the movie. The other person is Diana. The thing that separates Kristen Wiig from before to Kristen Wiig now, that she's cheetah and runs really fast at night, is that now Kristen Wiig is strong enough to defend herself from the rapist. And she beats him up real bad. But she also likes beating this guy up. The issue with that, the issue with painting her liking beating this guy up as like this horribly negative thing, is that it's a guy who tried to rape her 2 times. Yeah, sure, the guy was trying to rape her, but she's taking it too far. Kicking him, if you kicked him once, maybe that'd be okay. Kicking him 4 or 5 times, though, you've crossed the supervillain line. Like, by itself, it probably wouldn't matter that much. It matters specifically because it's being contrasted with like it's being contrasted with the scene where she was good, right? She was good in the previous scene. The movie is drawing a comparison between her now and her before, but her before was defenseless and couldn't do anything. So like, is the movie saying that it's better that she be defenseless than be kind of like sadistic and enjoy beating up the person that tried to rape her? Is this the value system that the movie has right now? Because that's kind of weird. It's also important to understand that the movie is contrasting Kristen Wiig Cheetah with Diana. And the separation there is also pretty obvious. Diana didn't sadistically enjoy beating up the rapist man, whereas Cheetah did. Diana was very utilitarian, just wanted to do the bare minimum in order to get Kristen Wiig's character out of there. I don't know the character's name. I don't know if you've caught on to that by now. Whereas Kristen Wiig Cheetah, you know, was not utilitarian at all. Her main goal was to punish this person for trying to rape her. It's really weird because, like, is Diana right? Is Diana right to just toss the rapist 20 feet away? Because the movie seems to say no, she's not, right? Because the rapist is still out there trying to rape people. I've said rape a lot this video, too many times, honestly. They need to come up with another one-syllable word for that, because geez Louise, carrots and peas. This is a little bit too much. The reason that I brought up the diamond scene is that when people are stealing diamonds, Diana rounds them all up and drops them on top of a police car. But whenever somebody tries to rape somebody, she just sort of pushes them away. That's a weird set of things to do. What are your priorities where, like, people stealing diamonds, like, takes precedent over, like, rape? It's just, it really feels like the movie is valuing, like, the naive defenselessness of the pre-Cheetah Kristen Wiig, and it's putting that up on a pedestal and comparing that to, like, Kristen Wiig that actually has the power to defend herself and is, like, not this fucking perfect human being that doesn't enjoy beating up somebody that tried to rape them. I don't have, like, a real point or anything beyond just, that's weird. Like, why would you choose for it to be a rapist? Like, here's what would make way more sense. It's a guy trying to mug her. He doesn't want to kill her or hurt her. He wants money. You know, her beating the shit out of a guy for trying to mug her, while that might make sense to some people, is probably something that you're more likely to, like, not vibe with, right? Because it's a lot easier for an audience of people to sympathize with a mugger than with a rapist. I don't understand, like, why they chose to make it a rapist. Why would you do that? This movie is not equipped to handle that subject. That before the character was weak, defenseless, and would have been raped, but also gave a homeless man some food. But now the character beats up the rapist. Oh no! And the homeless man is like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Shut up, old man," and runs away real fast. Thanks for watching, I guess. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video where I talk about stop.